A Beasley Media Group station. Orlando and the Freak Show will hear your confession. And just like a priest, you're probably gonna have to do something after. But it ain't penance. Confessions at 7 on Wild 94.1.
All right, Confessions at 7, confessionsaT7 at wild941.com, or just like today, via text. We got one yesterday from Natasha, who is on the line with us right now, and she said she had something to share, and when we talked to her, she's giving us all the business. We're like, hey, we need to just get you on the air tomorrow morning. Natasha, you are on the air. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing well. Good morning. Happy Halloween.
Oh, happy Halloween to you, too. Now, you texted us yesterday when we were in the middle of the confession saying I got one as well. You want to share with everybody what's going on?
Okay, yeah. A little background. I have been in the adult industry for 11 years.
Okay, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. And I started off like as a dancer in clubs, and then I got into like having sugar daddies.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, congratulations again. I guess.
She about her money.
Huh?
You about your money. I see it.
Yeah. Well, my first sugar daddy I ever had, it lasted like 4 years. Like,
wow.
You know, I have really strong interpersonal skills because I like actually really like people. I like being nice. I like listening, and that's what makes me good at what I do.
I'm glad you explained that because most people hear sugar daddy and they think you good at something else.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, yes. But no, part of what makes me good at what I do is, like, I genuinely like people where, like, I do know that there are people in my industry that get jaded and, you know, it's not about people and that's fine. I mean, obviously I have my own, you know, I'm trying to get a bag too, but, I use the skills that I have. And I started seeing my current sugar daddy back in September. So it hasn't been long at all. Maybe like 6 weeks.
Okay.
And he's really nice. He treats me really well. He told me, I love you.
Oh.
He's lonely.
Oh.
Maybe he does.
Maybe you really are good at that interpersonal kind of skills. I mean, you know, what? Here's my thing. When you said it yesterday, because I want to know what the alarming part is. Can you explain? I mean, you've been in this, so you're not new to this. Hearing "I love you," how did that make you feel? Like, did that make you feel guilty that you're taking advantage of this guy? Did it make you feel inappropriate because he shouldn't be sharing? Like, what's the issue there?
Yeah, so it was like the former. Like, I never want to hurt anyone. I never want to take advantage of anyone. And I even told him when he said it, I looked at him and I was like, I don't think so.
You don't think he loves you? I mean, you don't think he's aware of if he's feeling love?
Well, I was like, I don't think so. I mean, like this, you know, I was like, look, like I care about you, but that is, you know, we've only been seeing each other for, you know, a couple of weeks. Like, I don't think you do. I think that, you know, you care about me and I care about you. Like he keeps saying it.
So were there any boundaries set when you guys started this relationship? Like, did you guys tell each other, like, all right, this can't get too serious? Like,
no feelings.
This is only transactional.
Okay, so I guess that's my bad because when we first started seeing each other, like, it's like we know what we're getting into. Mm-hmm. Like, we meet on a website, like, this is what it is, like, and you're giving me money, and I'm spending, you know, time with you, and like, to me, it's like, this is what it is. So, and, you know, this isn't my first sugar daddy. Like, this isn't the first time I've been in something like this. But yeah, that's the problem, is I don't want to take advantage of him. And I have told him, like when he said it the first time, I was like, I don't think you do.
You're getting a lot of texts that are coming in, and I think these are going to be helpful for you. All right. So first of all, they're saying he's talking about his feelings.
Right.
He's not speaking on your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's saying he loves you, you don't know. He might have been without whatever you're offering, conversational wise or physical. He may have been without that for a while. So now he's like, oh my God, I love this. I love you. I love what we have. Like, he's speaking for himself. So you kind of can't tell him how he feels, right?
Yeah.
Now, does that dissuade you from wanting to continue with him because he's sharing love?
I guess
She doesn't want to use him.
That ain't using, though. Like, I mean, somebody just said she put it on him. And so guess what? He loves you. Like, that's what you're supposed to respond
She
to.
don't want to use him. She taking the money.
Yeah.
What is he getting out of this transaction? Let's be real here.
What do you think he's getting?
Is he?
And doesn't that make guys
you don't
say,
think he should
"Oh
love
my
you?"
God, that was the best ham sandwich ever. I love your ham sandwich." Like, you know, that you should be honored.
I don't ever want, I said it before, like, I like being a nice person,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to hurt anyone, and I just don't, I guess part of it is, you know, it kind of scared me a little bit, like, because I know I'm not going to fall in love with this man.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
So
And
your gut feeling is to probably not see him anymore and find somebody else that isn't going to be so emotionally open.
out of the 312 says, "Man, it's the power of the blank.
Mm-hmm.
We are doomed as men." Like, because you basically have put a root on
Put
it.
a spell on
Put
you,
a
baby
spell-
girl.
I put a spell on you.
Yes, it's
like that,
Halloween.
you kind of worked it.
It's the power of the interpersonal skills.
Yeah. I mean, this is your business. You said it. I've had other sugar daddies. I've had the experiences. So you're not going to get overwhelmed, but this might be his first foray. So you kind of got to, you know, treat each one of if I'm going to advise you on your business, which I can't, I'm still going to try. I think that you got to treat each transaction differently.
Right.
Some people are new, some people are seasoned, you know what I'm saying? And if you get a rookie, you got to kind of walk him through, hold his hand, and be a little bit more accepting of him gushing feelings for you.
Yeah, you know, whenever he says it to me, I say, like, you know, I care about you too, is my response.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say absolutely. Say, you know what? That's beautiful to hear. I love to hear that. You know, and compliment him for sharing
Right.
and being so open, but it doesn't mean you have to say it back.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't do that.
Out of 863, they say, "I'm sorry, men are gullible. He is gullible to think she is going to be with him and love him. This is gullible as hell."
Yeah.
So in the same way that he's getting feelings, right? Would you say that you're also kind of catching feelings because now you feel bad because now it's not transactional to him anymore? Now he actually loves you. Is that what the problem is here?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't ever want to hurt anyone. You know, I said, like, part of what makes me good at what I do is that I do actually care about people. So I'm really good at listening. I'm really good at, you know, learning about somebody and, like, you know, genuinely, like, learning who they are and
Mm-hmm.
what kindness looks like to people. So I understand that, like, you know, I that makes me good at it, but, like, at the same time, I don't want to hurt anyone.
Well, let me tell you something. You're in the wrong line of work, girl.
Yeah, because you're not gonna meet everybody who's on your page. That's the biggest thing.
See, here, I haven't let myself get jaded. In this industry, I know so many people who, it's all it is. It's all about the bag. It's all about like what's good for me right now. And that's just not me. And I don't want to hurt him.
Well, I mean, you keep saying that, and I mean, we get that part, okay? But you have a lot of responses, and I want you to hear some of these. There are some people who are saying both of you are using each other. He's using you for an act, you're using him for a bag. So it's not as passive as you're portraying it. Some people are kind of saying you're playing this up like this was a dating site and not a sugar daddy site, because the deal is you guys aren't dating, so the feeling part of it that you're adding to it is just a little bit too extra for some of the naysayers who are texting. They're like, hey, we get that you want to be kind, but realistically it's transactional, and he got what he wanted and responded in kind. So if you paid for it, you could say whatever you want to say to it.
Well, he's making you feel uncomfortable, and your gut feeling is that you don't want to hurt him, so it sounds like you need to end it.
Are you ready to end it? Because
No.
if it's, well, see, now, why don't you want to end it if you don't want to hurt anybody?
She don't want to end that bankroll.
I mean, and that makes it transactional. So that's why we're explaining it to you this way, so you can understand that him saying I love you is just his part of his participation. That's his script in the movie.
You
Your
mean
script
well.
is different. You mean well, so find you some caveats to say back to him that don't compromise what you feel, but can also fit. And say, he says I love you. You're like, I love spending time with you as well, because you do, because there's a financial tie there,
Yeah, and he's also really nice to me. So
Yeah,
Right?
because he keeps reaching out with money in his hand. So I hope that helps, because when you hit us, you were like, hey, I want to hear, because the responses that are coming in, some people are, being, of course, a little coarse, but there are some people who are saying, listen, if you don't want to hurt him, just, be kind on your responses back and be honest, but expect it, because he might be newer to this than you.
Yes.
They asking for the website too. This
Yeah.
is wild. This is wild out here.
Yeah, we're not going to be giving out any
No.
websites, because this, honestly, when we started this conversation, I got to tell you, I felt tense, because it
Yeah.
feels like an illegal conversation. You're like, well, I'm good at what I do, and they pay me for it. I'm like, whoa, are we really having this conversation on the radio? Because I get it's a sugar daddy deal,
Yeah.
but it sounds painfully close to something else that's illegal. So some people are hearing this and thinking, why are y'all talking to a lady of the night on the radio? We're like, no, we're talking to a sugar baby.
Yeah.
But it sounds to some naysayers like it's very similar. You understand?
With the girlfriend experience, though, people do catch feelings with that. It sounds like
Yeah,
that's what she's providing.
yeah, it's really more like it's more like I'm a girlfriend.
Yes.
is the thing. I'm not. I don't.
One and done.
Yeah.
When girlfriends get told I love you. So, again, it's part of the role. You're an actress, so it's time for you to act.
Act up.
Yeah, not no T, just act. It's time for you to act.
Act. There you go.
Okay? You act like you love me back. That's all you got to do, okay? Does that make you feel a little better?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, because we're not letting him go, so we don't feel that bad about it. Just to make sure we gavel that. You're not going to get rid of him.
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
All right.
Well,
and
then
and
you're
by
good.
and for the record, just for everybody keeping the score, how many sugar daddies do you have?
I only do one at a time.
Good for you.
I
Okay.
know. Yeah, I know that there are people who they'll try to juggle. So I consider it's kind of like if you're on OnlyFans or when I was working in the clubs, it's like you cast a really big net and catch a lot of little fish.
Yeah.
Rake
in as many as you can, and now you're just really on the solo tip,
Until
and
you
individual relationships.
I'm a whale watcher.
Love it.
All right, then.
Good for you.
For a whale.
Somebody just wrote us. They mad at us. They just wrote shame on y'all for having this conversation. Are you see there?
These
Now
people
mad at us.
exist, by the way. Whether you believe it
Yeah,
or
I mean,
not.
this is a real conversation. Us and
Right.
Natasha having a conversation. Don't be mad at us.
But listen, if you're happy, then go on with your business.
There you go. All right, we appreciate you, Natasha.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
you.
girl.
Have a
All
good
right,
day.
why y'all mad at us? You see this?
She did not go to bed yet.
Yeah, she been up.
Yeah, she's been up all night.
She been up. She was repeating herself. I was like, girl, listen, you need some sleep and some coffee. In that order.
Yes.
All right.
She kind of caught feelings too, though.
What's her at? Listen.
You guys can figure it out.
I'm not gonna put that out there. But I mean, listen, that kind of conversation is strange. I didn't know what it was when she was writing us, but she wrote that he had said he loved her, and I thought that it was. I thought that it was a genuine conversation because in the sugar baby world, those people who are getting finances don't want to hear about your feelings.
No, usually they don't. They separate the two.
Right. They're very coarse to it. And then this guy's like, wait a minute, somebody's going to show me this kind of love.
It's like Pretty Woman.
Right.
Yes.
But this is why I said that she's in the wrong line of business, because a lot of those girls, they would hear that and be like, oh, I love you too, or I got love for you. This girl is kind of like, I don't want to hurt his feelings anymore. And like, it seems kind of like her feelings are starting to get in the way of her job.
Some people can't do certain jobs. It's like selling a beater to somebody, and then they come back and they're like, man, this car is crap, and you give them their money back. It's like, that's not what car dudes do.
No.
And this ain't what sugar ladies do.
Yeah.
Nah,
You know?
Thank you for watching this video. If you want to support, like, share, subscribe.